Our group of friends have known each other since we were babies. We have trust and history.
Hola Josh, ¿cómo estás?
Bien. How about you?
I'm great. I'm very excited to talk to you. I'm honored. I mean, Gossip Girl was one of my favorite shows growing up. I was at the end of high school, at the beginning of college, so it was like everything to me when I was watching
Perfect timing. Yeah.
Talking a little bit about that, what does it mean to you to have the show back, being part of the original show?
I loved it. I'm really grateful to be back. I grew up on the Upper East Side and I went to private school in the 90s. So to me, this is constantly me checking in with my past. So the first show was a way of sort of like checking in with my past and how far I've come or not come. And now again, the same thing. So it's been really a fun world. Like I would be very happy to do this show every 12 years and just to see how the world evolves, the world that I grew up in, you know, so.
Yeah, it's a great time capsule because time change, it is different from the original. I love that.
Yes, totally.
He waits for the light.
She's not from here. Hey. How would you like to come hang with us tonight?
So speaking of that, what are some of the surprises that you were like, wow, that's different from the last time?
You know, it's funny. I was involved with the first one almost like not at the very beginning, but with episode 2 on. So I feel very fused with that one. So I can't really say that there's a differences between us because I think we just were all in it together. But I would say that the original, it was at a time before social media. So there was maybe one less layer in that Serena would do things that she felt were authentic, and then Gossip Girl would point out where she was lying. So that was sort of like 2 things that happened. Now there's 3 things. Julian is really one way, and then she's on Instagram promoting herself another way, and then Gossip Girl is saying, actually, let me expose that both of these things are lying to themselves. So I think that there is a new layer that wasn't there before that I think maybe makes the show a little bit twistier. Because you're not just revealing a truth that somebody to themselves, you're also exposing them to the world as lying to the world, not just to themselves.
I mean, and I think that because of social media, now in the show, everybody has a phone, so everybody can contact Gossip Girl just like that.
That's totally, it's immediate, much more immediate, yes.
And another one of the changes that I saw was that the teachers have a bigger role on this show.
There was like one teacher the first time around for like a couple of episodes. So yeah, it was fun to add that level because, you know, I think a lot has shifted even just in those 13 years in that, or 12 years in that, it's 14 years now since the original, oh my gosh. Anyway, in that, kids back then still went to college. Blair still wanted to go to college. Even Serena wanted to go to college. Nowadays, what's college? Like if you're famous like Julian at 16, you have a job already. Like why would you go to college and take yourself off your path? So these teachers are kind of in a dying field. And it was really interesting to watch them desperately try to hold on and tell that story.
Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends.
As I said, when I was younger, I was watching the show and I wanted to be everything about the show. I wanted to be glamorous, I wanted to be rich, I wanted to be one of the mean girls. So what impact do you want it to have on teenagers when they see the show now?
It's funny. I don't know. I mean, I think I would want them to have conversations about how authentically they might choose to represent themselves and how honest can and should they be. I think that's really what the show talks about. It's about like what are you really getting away with when you lie? And so, yeah, I think maybe it's more of a conversation about that. I mean, one of the things I like about this version of the show is that these kids are pretty self-aware and yet they still get in trouble for doing these things. So I don't know. I didn't know what the first time around what they were going to take from it. So I'm looking forward. It's a good question. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
I mean, also in the original, it was always a little racy, but it was never able to show that much because it was on network TV. But you have HBO, so you can be very explicit. So how do you think that fans are going to react to seeing Gossip Girl on HBO Max and being able to explore as much as you can?
I'm just really grateful to be able to do that. I mean, I think much like the first time around, nothing is ever gratuitous. So like when you see the sex, it serves a story purpose. But I also do like that we have less restrictions because it's, I think it's important to promote sex. Like sex is not a thing to be ashamed of. You know, queer sex is not a thing to be ashamed of. Like, I don't know. I think weirdly, even though the show shows more, it also shows it in a positive light. There's not as much shame around what the characters are going through. That's like, and I like that. I hope that younger people watch it and don't feel judged by it.
No, it's pretty fun, and I think that it's really good to show everybody how life is, right?
Yeah, totally.
Thank you so much, Josh. I can wait for everybody to watch the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Adios.
Have a great day. Bye.
XOXO.